Tártar was not a man of many words. He spent his days shadowing Mimi, a captivating Oriental dancer whose every movement seemed to tell a story of its own. Mimi was renowned for her grace and the passionate energy she poured into each performance. Every night, under the dim yet enchanting lights of the nightclub, her soul appeared to pour out onto the stage. Each arc of her arms, each spin of her feet, mesmerized the audience, leaving them spellbound. Tártar's role in her life was much quieter, but equally significant. Each arc of her arms, each spin of her feet, mesmerized the audience, leaving them spellbound. Tártar's role in her life was much quieter, but equally significant. Mimi didn't mind his silence. She appreciated his presence and unspoken support. She was a woman of the arts, fully immersed in her world of rhythm and dance. Tártar's silent composure worked well with her fiery resolve. However, Tártar harbored a secret. In his quiet moments, he penned down every observation he made about Mimi's dancing and her routines. His notebook was filled with sketches, notes, and sometimes even full pages of poetic renderings of her performances. He observed the smallest details, the flick of her wrist, the dip of her waist, the power and control she had over the audience. Though he never shared his writings with her, it was his way of honoring her craft. One evening, before a significant performance, Mimi injured her ankle. Panic spread through the backstage. The show was to start in less than an hour. Mimi was distraught, but she tried to mask her pain. She had never canceled a performance, and tonight's show was crucial, a make-or-break moment. Tártar looked at her, the silent understanding passing between them. For the first time, he spoke, just 3 words, filled with determination. "I can help." Mimi was taken aback. She had never doubted Tártar's capabilities, but she didn't realize the extent of his dedication. "You? How?" she queried, with a mix of skepticism and hope. Mimi was taken aback. She had never doubted Tártar's capabilities, but she didn't realize the extent of his dedication. "You? How?" she queried, with a mix of skepticism and hope. They decided to take a risk. With Mimi guiding him through the steps, Tártar stepped onto the stage, dressed in one of her backup costumes. The audience noticed the difference, but were curious rather than disappointed. As the music began, Tártar's movements echoed Mimi's, albeit in his unique style. The elegance, the precision, everything he had observed, documented, and practiced in secret came to life on that stage. The performance was a success. The applause was thunderous. Mimi, watching from the wings, felt a swell of pride and relief. Tártar stepped off the stage, breathless and overwhelmed by the experience. Mimi embraced him, her eyes moist with gratitude. "Thank you," she whispered, acknowledging his silent but unwavering support. From that night on, their dynamic changed.